Hey, good morning, y'all. Just a quick video this morning on a quick break. I know, really crappy lighting. I just kept hearing all this stuff about the Brittany Dawn controversy, and it just brings to light, one of the problems that I had: who to trust. Pretty much, I got to the conclusion if anyone wants my money, I wasn't going to trust them. There's a few out there which I would trust explicitly. Athlete X, he's the absolute fitness expert. I don't agree with him on diet, and his thing doesn't exactly work for when I'm in the hotel room versus when I'm in a half crowded gym. But I use some of his products I use his six-pack abs thing, or the exercise. So, but beyond that, this is why I wanted to share with you what I'm going through, because if anyone's like me, they have spent money on some really crappy products. Thankfully, I haven't spent a whole lot of money on things that were just plain a scam, as they're calling this. I don't know if it's a scam or not. The point is people spent money. They have a problem. They didn't get what they wanted, or they didn't get. It's not even results. They're not getting what they wanted. I spent money on Nutrisystem. It's an absolute trash product, but at least I got their trash product, and it was great cardboard. That's what it tasted like anyway. So, I just want to share with you what I have done and how I have failed. And I know a lot of you have spent money on things that didn't work, and I implore you, do not spend money until you're sure. Jeff Cavalier, I can say, is the one person I would unequivocally say spend money on. I don't agree with his diet program. I don't think it works, but for me, it doesn't work. Let me rephrase that. I think it absolutely works for the people it works for. I have an unhealthy relationship with food. It will never work for me. So I've lost, 45 pounds since I started this adventure. Oh my God, my hair is horrible, man. With keto, I'm eat heavy keto, practically carnivore. And I'm really happy with what I'm doing, but I investigated everything I did, and I didn't give anyone money until I was sure that their product was actually what I wanted. And if they can't tell you what their product is, which with most diet plans they can't, because unless it's catered especially to you, and they tell you what's going to be on it, and if they tell you what's going to be on it, you don't need them. It's really hard for me to say I want to spend money on diet. I'll spend money on fitness eventually. I need to spend money so someone teaches me exactly how to squat and how to deadlift. I watch the tutorials, but I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather, pay a trainer someday. But the exercises I'm doing, I'm not sharing them with you. I'll tell you kind of general idea. I'm not sharing with them because I'm not an expert, and I'm not too sure. I can't hurt. I'm not able to keep myself from getting injured. I certainly don't want anybody else to go out there and do something dumb that I'm doing and get injured. So I leave that to Jeff Cavalier and other experts, and I'm sure there's plenty more out there that I could name, but I just don't trust anyone else enough to say their name to anybody. You need to do the research. Everything you need to do, you need to find your own path, do the research, and make it work. I can tell you what I did, and I can tell you what I looked at to figure that out. But you have to make it your own, because I stay in hotel rooms 5 nights a week, and some of you are at home. I really want to motivate people and say, I've done this without spending money, expensive money on expensive people with stupid diet plans that may or may not work, they may or may not deliver on. I'm doing this with 30-40 minutes 5 days a week to exercise. It's all the time in the schedule I have, period, and 2 days at home, where I squeeze everything into that 2 days and I make it work. And if I can make it work, most everyone else can make it work. So just please be very careful with your money. Don't get scammed by these people, and know what you're spending your money on. I mean, it seems like it's kind of dumb to say, but it has to be said over and over again. Know what you're spending your money on. And if you are personal trainers, I think are great, but for many years I couldn't afford them, or I don't have the time. Oh, I'm going to be able Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Oh, that's great. That's when I work. Well, actually now that's when I sleep. It's hard to find a personal trainer when you work the graveyard shift who's going to say, oh yeah, I can come meet you at 2 o'clock in the morning on the only 2 days that you're there. No, they want to work out at 6 a.m. God, I'm going to bed at 6 a.m. You know, and I'm waking up 6 p.m. and they don't want to. It's just weird to make that work for me. So I had to make my own thing, do my own research. You know, I really used Athlean X on the what not to do, especially the what not to do, because I think that's great. I used other people on educational purposes, but I couldn't agree with them 100% either. And, you know, I wasn't 100% sure about their programs, and I'd never spend money on any of their programs because I couldn't see it working for me. I'm not saying they're bad programs. And then some bad programs. I mean, I don't know if Brittany Dawn's program was good or bad, but obviously she broke her trust with the people, and she's paying for it. And if you spent money on that, that sucks. So I'd rather be in the position where I'm not getting scammed or ripped off or failing because somebody can't deliver or whatever else. So anyways, safe travels.